Shams Charania has reported that Keldon Johnson has suffered a dislocated right shoulder and he will miss the start of training camp, but is expected to return for the start of the season. What do I think about this injury? Well, it is kind of surprising that he dislocated his right shoulder. I actually wonder, how did he do this? Did he do it by playing just like a game of pickup basketball and randomly just injured his shoulder? Or was this some freak accident that happened? Like, for example, you can injure your shoulder while you're sleeping in bed just randomly. You can sprain it or just do something to it. I've heard it can happen like that. So that's what I wonder. But either way, I will say this, that it's still good that at least he'll be back for the regular season start. It does suck he misses training camp, because I think that could hurt him to some degree in just getting an idea of what the Spurs are going to run this year when it comes to their offense. But I don't think it'll hurt him that much. And to be honest, Keldon Johnson is the only bright spot for this team heading into next season. I can say this as a Spurs fan. This team is going to be pretty bad, even with a healthy Keldon Johnson. I think they're a 20-something win team with him. The only thing exciting about this season is to see if Keldon Johnson can become a 20-point scorer on this team. Granted, it doesn't mean much to be a 20-point scorer on a bad team, but still, that's the only thing that's really exciting about this upcoming season for the Spurs. So I'll say that. That's pretty much all I had to say about this. I don't really have much else to say about this injury, but if Keldon Johnson is ready to go to start the season, I do predict he'll be a 20-point scorer this year, only because the offense is going to get run through him. There's no other guy who's better than him right now in the current roster offensively. I just don't see anybody else. I think the second best player offensively on the current roster probably is Devin Vassell. He's capable of being somewhere in that range of a 10 to 18 point scorer, I believe. It just really depends on just how he's going to be used in this offense and if he can be consistent. But really, there's just no one that can step up to the plate, I believe, just offensively outside of Keldon Johnson. So we'll see how this plays out. But overall, it's still good news that he'll be back to start the season. And even if he misses games, it doesn't affect the Spurs, only because they have no aspirations of going to the playoffs. They're just really that bad the way the current roster is. If anything, this could help them with their tanking, that it can enable them to get even a higher lottery pick. So that could be one thing positive if Keldon misses the start of the season. So that's the way I look at it, but I don't have anything else to say about this matter.